It's a piece of us trying to make our facilities relevant and aligned with the needs of the marketplace. And as my senior leadership and I have been talking recently, our goal is to align our offerings with the needs of the marketplace in a manner that others cannot. And I think that this embodies that alignment. So before I introduce some of the speakers, I'd just like to add one last comment for the group here. You know, despite the weather and despite the difficult start of our season here with the weather and maybe less than ideal participation numbers at our facilities, I have a very, very good feeling about the future of this facility, this park, the commission itself, and our time horizon is longer than this season. This is an integral piece of our plans for the future, and everyone here today, I thank you for being part of that future. I'd like to introduce the tired one, Ron Eamer. Come and say a few words to the group.
Okay, I'll get him dressed up yet, folks, don't worry. Good afternoon and welcome to everyone. Jim, Mr. Duncan, representing Guy, thank you for being here. Brian, you and your council members from South Stormont, Stephen from South Dundas, thank you very much for joining us. You're always there for us, with us, and we know that we're blessed with the support of both parties, federal, provincial, and the local municipal political bodies as well. And you're all part of the success of the St. Lawrence Parks Commission. Have been in the past and will be in the future, I'm sure. So this was not only a very large capital project, but it was also a large project dollar-wise. Very, very significant. And without this joint federal-provincial infrastructure stimulus fund program, it would have been very difficult. The bumps would have been a lot more serious than they were had we not received this funding. So to both the provincial government and to the federal government, our extreme thanks for having provided us with the funding to bring this project to fruition. It was, while it was overdue, I think it's just led to a better appreciation for the completed project. And the roadway and bridge structure hasn't changed much since it was built in the late 50s. But what we've been able to do with this funding is bring it up to modern standards. You'll notice that the pavement is a little wider than it was before, and we've made the I guess you'd say the come on folks, the bike path available to cyclists and pedestrians and so on. Everybody's going to enjoy this parkway a whole lot more. That's when you're trying to ad-lib and read at the same time. It really doesn't work that well. The increase in traffic will no doubt benefit the local economy greatly. There are villages nearby that depend on the activity here year after year. And with the parkway being more enjoyable and the campsites being more accessible, there's no doubt traffic will increase. As Darren said, this is a first step in working towards a much brighter future for the St. Lawrence Parks Commission and the local communities in general. We think the economic spin-off activity, the economic benefits to the local communities will be significant. And as Darren also mentioned, there are a lot of other projects on the go that are really going to increase visitorship to Eastern Ontario. And Saturday is no exception, and we'll hope to see you all there at Upper Canada Village when we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of the village. Some of us standing around here do remember the day it opened. Then others, well, we can only tell you about it. You're the lucky ones, because maybe you'll get to see the 75th. I'm hoping to see that too, but you may need to push me around. So I think that we owe a real vote of thanks to our senior administration and to all of the employees at St. Lawrence Parks Commission for the work they've done in bringing this project to fruition. It's one thing to get the money. It's another thing to coordinate everything and make it happen. And we have our financial people here. Ron Batourney's here. We have Gervin Shaley back there, who's the wit behind the workers that brought it all together and kept an eye on things as it was progressing. And without these people and our marketing people to let people know that this is available to them, nothing would happen. So I'd just like to say thanks to staff, thanks to management, thanks to my fellow commissioners for helping to make the decisions that made this possible. And best of luck to Darren as he moves on down the road here. And hopefully we'll have lineups that will cause a traffic jam, Brian, right over into Long Sault this summer. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Ron. So at this time, I'd like to introduce South Stormont Mayor Bryan McGillis. Where are you, Brian? I saw you. Here you are. To bring greetings on behalf of the township.
Thank you. Thank you, Darren. Well, it's truly a pleasure to be here, and I'm extremely excited to see a project like this. Any money that's generated into our local community like this is totally positive ramifications, not only for locally, but for the whole region. I remember when St. Lawrence Parks made the announcement that the bridge was going to have a closure until the construction was started. Our business owners in Long Sault and Ingleside, I know council received a lot of calls and they were concerned, and I can't believe the amazement. I'm very amazed at the turnaround and how quickly that came about. I'd like to thank Jim and also Guy, Eric's here on his behalf, for all the funding that we've received in the past to make our community a better place in which we live, especially when it's geared towards tourism, because, you know, we have a jewel here in South Stormont. It's not just McLaren's, or it's not just the Parkway, it's not just Farron, but the whole thing is united together. We're very extremely proud, and we look forward to working as partners, as Ron stated, and to continue the success that we've seen in the past. I'd also like to thank Darren for having a meeting with us as soon as possible with South Stormont, so that he understands what our vision is for this community and what their vision is, so that we can move forward together. Again, I want to thank everybody. This is a pleasure. This is a beautiful addition to our scenic route here. When I was in McLaren's Park on the weekend, I had talked to some of the campers, and Gerber said, kind of led to the idea that, you know, there's no more dishes rattling in the trailers getting to the parks. But I heard nothing but extremely positive comments about the improvements that we've seen at this park, in this parkway. So thank you very much on behalf of council with South Stormont. I'm very happy to be here and very proud to see future projects come to fruition. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Our federal member of parliament couldn't be here today, so we're happy to welcome his executive assistant, Eric Duncan, who I've just learned is also the mayor of North Dundas. And Eric's going to come up and say a few words on behalf of the MP.